Winter's here, and your space heater game better be strong. In this in-depth review, we test and compare 5 of the best electric space heaters of 2025, from ultra-quiet indoor performers to powerful indoor-outdoor hybrids, so you can stay warm efficiently, safely, and stylishly. Okay, friends, let's see top 5 best electric space heaters review.
Number 1. HeatStorm Phoenix Space Heater. When we tested the HeatStorm HS1500 PHX Wi-Fi infrared heater at home, we loved it for its versatility. The heater can be mounted to a wall, a great alternative to our best baseboard heater pick, or you can use the included feet to place it on the floor. We love the included Wi-Fi connectivity, which lets you control it through an app, adjust it with voice controls if you have a compatible smart speaker, or even let your smart home system take control. We initially installed this heater in our bedroom and then moved it to the living room, and it worked well in both locations. Although the house is older and quite drafty, the heater always reached and maintained the temperature we set. We later installed it in a chilly bedroom where our dogs like to hang out because we knew we could rely on it to keep the room at a comfortable temperature. The heater's thin and compact yet sturdy build means it doesn't awkwardly or unattractively protrude from the wall. It has a lovely modern aesthetic and an easy-to-read digital display that dims at night, ensuring its light doesn't disrupt your sleep. While we noted during testing that the feet seemed a bit flimsy, we used this heater on the floor in our bedroom and living room, and didn't note any issues with it falling over. The heater has 750 and 1500 watt settings, with a maximum output of 5200 BTU on the higher setting. It produced a good amount of warmth in that setting and warmed a small room quickly, though we didn't feel as much heat being generated on the lower setting. We did want to note that since the air comes out of the bottom of this heater when you use it as a freestanding space heater, it could take longer for the hot air to circulate from the bottom up. It also has a tip-over auto shut-off feature, and although it shut off right away when we tipped it over, the fan continued to run because the unit was warm. The included remote control was a weak point, though. We found the buttons too small and frequently required multiple clicks to be responsive. That's a minor point, though, especially if you opt to use the Wi-Fi connectivity to control it through your smart home system. What we like: easy-to-read display, modern and compact design, light dims at night. What we don't like: buttons on the remote are hard to press. Number 2. The Dreo Whole Room Heater 714 earned our overall best spot for its efficient heating and attractive design. It heats up a room really well, doesn't take up too much space, and blends in nicely with our black furniture. It's also extremely quiet, too. After a season of using a loud air conditioner, we loved having a heater that was no louder than a fan. We enjoy using it on the lowest setting in the mornings to warm up a bit at our desk. And while it looks compact, like a personal fan, it oscillates to help circulate warm air throughout your room. It also looks much more expensive than its plastic material would lead you to believe it is. We were surprisingly impressed with its quality overall. The heater has convenient front-facing controllers and an option to use a remote as well. We liked having a way to control the heater outside of the remote, but the remote did work well from across the room. It's also very easy to tell if the heater is on or if it's in cool-down mode. The front has very clear numbers and a red flame to indicate heat. This fan has 3 fan settings and 3 heat levels. Each is easy to set, and you can clearly see the degree of heat depending on the setting. The face of the fan gets a little warm, but other than that small caveat, we love this heater and would recommend it to anyone looking for a deal. What we like: compact and quiet, blends in well with dark furniture, dual control buttons and remote, good heating output. What we don't like: front can get hot. Number 3. Dreo the Solaris 718 Space Heater. With a comprehensive set of advanced features and a stylish tower design to match, the Solaris 718 from Dreo is a solid choice for an electric heater. Like many of our picks, it tops out at 1500 watts, plus it has multiple heat and fan settings, an economy mode for saving power, and an accurate thermostat that you can adjust in 1-degree increments, which really sets it apart from many of the others we tested. Thanks to a fan that automatically adjusts based on the heat you select, we can feel a notable difference in a chilly room even with this heater on its lowest setting, bringing the temperature up 2 to 4 degrees. When set to high, it pumps out heat quickly enough to raise the room temperature by about 3 to 15 degrees in 15 minutes. We love this fan's oscillating tower design, which helps spread warm air throughout the room. It swings back and forth 120 degrees, so you can heat up the room much more effectively than a stationary heater. The tapered body and attractive grille pattern also help set this heater apart, as most electric heaters tend toward blocky industrial designs. We were initially confused about the controls. Choosing a fan setting after setting the heat turns on fan-only mode, which wasn't clear just from looking at the controls. After we got past that, we appreciated the number of options, 5 heat settings and 3 fan-only settings, with the added option to set a temperature directly on the thermostat. The digital thermostat is prominently featured above the grille, and we love being able to check it at a glance. It can function in either eco or power heat mode, but we especially like the eco mode. It allows us to choose a temperature and then let the heater reach and maintain that temperature in the most energy-efficient way possible. The grill can get a little hot during operation, so we urge caution around children or pets. That's a good practice with any electric heater, though. The automatic shutoff works almost instantly when we tipped the heater over. It's also lightweight and easy to carry, which is ideal if you want to use one heater in multiple rooms. What we like: good heat output, even on low. Lots of heat and fan customization. Quiet white noise sound output. 120-degree oscillation. What we don't like: initial confusion about controls. Number 4. EnerG Electric Patio Heater. One of the best ways to continue using your patio through the chillier months, or even the occasional chilly evening, is to use an infrared heater that heats you directly rather than heating the entire outdoors. Our favorite electric patio heater is the EnerG Plus, which raised our surface body temperature from 65.7 to 92.7 degrees even on the lowest setting, keeping us toasty warm even with a strong chill in the air. We like the vertical orientation of this heater, which is 50 inches tall and is relatively slender. That helps spread out the heat and warm your entire body when you're sitting down, so you can gather around with your friends or family and enjoy a meal or conversation without the bottom half of your body getting cold, which is what we experienced when testing tabletop outdoor heaters. The range of this heater is only about 10 feet, so it's more suitable for smaller patios and intimate gatherings than warming up a huge group, unless you want to set up several of these heaters in strategic locations. We didn't find that to be a big issue, though, and we think it's a great alternative if you don't have room for a fire pit that would provide more heat for more people. It does come with a remote, though, so there's no need to get up to switch between the 2 heating levels. This heater also has a crucial weatherproof rating of IP44, which means it's protected against large debris, but not fine dust, and water splashes from any direction. We wouldn't recommend using it uncovered in the driving rain, but it's perfectly safe under partial cover on your patio, where it might be subjected to rain. We had a little difficulty assembling this heater, but you can benefit from our minor struggle and shouldn't have any issues. The trouble is that the diagrams are kind of confusing, and we accidentally assembled the heater backward. If you keep that in mind and carefully compare the diagram to pictures of the heater on the box, the actual assembly process wasn't difficult at all. Just make sure to have a Phillips screwdriver on hand since you'll need one to complete the assembly process. What we like: heats you directly. Convenient remote. Weatherproof rating. What we don't like: difficulties in assembly. Need to sit close. Number 5. Lasko All-Season Hybrid Tower Fan and Space Heater. For those looking for a year-round supplemental cooling and heating system, this Lasko ceramic space heater and tower fan is an excellent option. Though many electric heaters offer fan-only operation for use in any season, we think the height of this model, just over 3 feet tall, makes it better suited for summer than others that sit low to the ground. At first, we actually wanted to ding this model for being so tall since that makes it a bit awkward to move from room to room. But when sitting at our desks or lying in bed, it was nice to have this bedroom space heater's heat up high so we could feel it across our entire bodies. This will certainly also be true next August when we're desperate to feel a cool breeze across our arms and faces. Initially, it appeared that only one length of the fan/heater combos substantial height functions at a time. When you turn on the heat, it comes from the left side, and when you turn on the fan, cool air comes from the right. When we ticked down the thermostat from 79 to 70 degrees Fahrenheit, however, the heater automatically set its output to low and kicked on the fan, allowing both sides to work toward reaching the new set temperature. Beyond that, the tower fan's controls are intuitive to use, and the entire appliance stays completely cool to the touch, even on its highest heat setting. In the end, the only real downside to this model is that it took a bit longer than other 1,500 watt heaters we tested to warm up a large open room. What our tester says, this heater is exactly why we test. It's a Lasko, so I expected to love it. But then, during testing, I found features I really didn't like at first, that is. Once I got into using it, everything about the Lasko made sense and made me want to keep it accessible year-round. What we like. Good year-round all-in-one heater/fan option. Taller height distributes warmth across the body. Stays completely cool to the touch during use. What we don't like. Height makes it a little awkward to carry. Slow to heat open spaces. Thanks for watching.